Hello, my name is Anna Romanenko, and today we are going to talk about Neurographica and Hooponopono method, how we can use Neurographica to work with such complex understanding and meanings as Hooponopono. So Hooponopono means correcting errors, correcting mistakes, and it's very ancient and very effective and simple method, really. Like Hawaiian shamans used it for many years. It's become more popular after Joe Vitale, author of a book Attractor Factor, and he published the book Zero Limits: The Secret Hawaiian System for Wealth, Health, Peace, and More. So the link to his book will be in the info box if you're interested in it. So he introduced the method, and he introduced the person, Ihaleakala Land, PhD doctor, who used it for working with his clients and how effective this method could be. So today I will show you the method. So we had a class on Friday, and it was live streamed to Facebook page. So, but it's never been recorded on my side. So I have to record it again. So if you want to see the original class, and I highly recommend, because there is so much sharing between students and me. So today I will show you the very short, much shorter version, so you can work on your own. But if you want, please join Neurographica group on Facebook, and it will be a great opportunity to be updated with all classes, even if I miss recording anything. Couple more announcements: that on July 3rd, we are going to start a new course, certification of a basic user level. It's a certificate from Moscow Institute of Psychology of Creativity, and it's prerequisite for any further courses. So if you want to use this method, Neurographica method, for work with your clients, you need to start with the basic level. So let me know if you're interested. The link to the information about this course will be in the info box. And what else? We have an international group on Facebook that calls Neurographica. We have many members, and we are sharing our stories, and there is always some new updates, and we publish some articles and some information video about art and creativity, and of course Neurographica. So all updates will be there, and there will be a chance to post your drawings and receive our feedbacks about it. So if you have any questions, welcome to the group. It's the best resource for you. So those all announcements are done. On Sunday, so I'm recording on Saturday, but on Sunday there will be a beautiful holiday in US, and it's a Father's Day. So I invite you to dedicate this drawing to your fathers, because we really talk so much about mothers, but fathers just as important as mothers, and there is much more drama around them mostly. So it's a great opportunity to heal your relationship with fathers. If you have any other topics and any other situations that you need to heal, you're welcome to do it. But I'm going to work with my father relationship, which are already good, but it's to say those beautiful phrases as we are going to work with them is always beneficiary, not just for him, but first of all for myself. And as a mother of 2 boys, I know how important to have a very good and healthy relationship with fathers, with your masculine side, with your with men in general. So this is my topic. You can choose anybody or anything in your life that you want to heal right now, because it's a very powerful method. And I believe you will feel the shift in emotions and shift in your perspective to what is going on in your life, so, and in your relationship. So as always, I invite you to do 2 minutes exercise, and I will set up timer for 2 minutes, and we will write down all associations that come up in your mind related to the topic that you choose. I will be writing about father, you can write about somebody else, or about any situations that needs to be healed. Okay, so 2 minutes. Okay, so 2 minutes. And we just write down everything that comes up in your mind. We don't judge, we don't analyze. If there's any bad words, let them go, express them on the paper. If any words wants to be repeated several times, please do so. And so, yeah, as many words as possible. If any names, if made up words, like whatever shows up, let it be written. And nobody will read this paper but you. So be very honest with you. So 2 minutes, let's go. If English is not your native language, do write it on your native language. Okay, so I invite you to count how many words you have. Let's see. Oh, I have 33. So if you have phrases, you can count it as one word because it's a one meaning, basically. So just look at those words and see what really strikes you, like something maybe that is unusual appears. And I've noticed that, like, I did already several times a drawing, and it's a second drawing about my relationship with my father. So, and it's the list of words is different, really much more insightful this time. So I've noticed that I wrote big hands and golden hands, like really he can do anything with his hands. He's very creative. And creativity appears several times. So just look and see if there is any big negative words. It maybe requires a separate drawing for those words. If any words that are repeating constantly, it could be your resource if it's a positive, or it could be your something that you need to work as well. But hopefully everything will be expressed on our drawing today and everything will be healed. So if you have very dramatic relationship or never knew your father, this is a very I encourage you to do this drawing, especially when you did not have a chance to know him better, because you unconsciously will repeating his patterns at some point. So it's better if you heal and accept him as your father. There is always a way to be grateful for what happened, like for the life that he was given to you. Okay, so I'm switching my camera so we can see. So this is the drawings that I've done yesterday, and it was related to my father. So all steps are here. So we have, again, we have lines, colors, everything is integrated, and we have field lines and fixation at the end. So this was another drawing that I worked on my connection and relationship with my grandma that I did not have much chance to know, and I felt so supported and so healed by it. So this is an opportunity to do as well. So you see, like the different relationship, different drawings, different energies. So today I will wonder how is going to look my drawing, because it could be something new. So I have no expectations, so I'm very open to see. So before we start drawing, I want to show you something that we are going to work with. So Hooponopono, the whole idea is that we are, first of all, before we start doing anything, we take responsibility for everything that happens in our lives. So it means that good or bad, it's happened because we have some programs that attracted this goodness and not so good events in our lives. We attracted different people, we attracted different situations, we attracted different results in our lives. And what's happened to my camera? Let's see. Okay, so before we go further, I want to show you how we are going to do. So let's see, you don't need to draw anything right now. I just want to show you something. So let's see, this is you in your life. So I draw a circle because circle represents whole potential, the biggest potential. When we attract, when something happens in your life, it means that our lives and somebody's lives or situation lives overlapping. And we have this overlap where you and another, let's say another person for simplicity, has this common situation, common program. At this point, it's very hard to tell who is owning this program. Both of us owning. So I can close this one and this program will be mine. I close this one and this program will be another person. So when we're working, when we're saying like, okay, I take responsibility for what that I attracted the situation in my life, we are going to work with yourself. We are going to work with myself, with my program. It's my responsibility the program was already inside of me, and another person or another situation just activated this program. This program maybe was hidden in my life, like since beginning of, like from the conception time of this life, or maybe from past lives, or maybe from your family system, or maybe from a collective egos that egregors that you belongs. Like it could be cultural issue with situations, or it could be some national, or maybe I already said the family, or it could be corporation. So we have so many connections to everybody on the earth on different levels. So we all connected. So this program that was really active, created long time ago, and at this moment or at some point in your past, these programs were just overlapped and activated each other. So we're working with your own program. We are not going to fix anybody else. We are really working on our mistakes, on our hidden mistakes. So most of them are not really bad ones. Most of them are not seen ones. So like when I'm talking with working with father, programs could be positive as well, and I just want to increase the goodness out of it. So you can do whatever you want. And of course, there is a relationship with your parents is always complex. So there is always to work, something to work on. Okay, so now we are starting to draw. So I invite you to draw yourself and to draw another. So what is going on with my camera? So I draw myself, and you want to draw your topic, like what you want to work. Is it another person or is it another situation? So I'm drawing my father because I want to work on our relationship. And I already noticed that my father is much bigger than I am. Even I'm pretty big in this relationship. So to heal this program, we need to invite much higher vibrations, much higher meanings in this situation. It's accepting responsibility is not enough. It's really how we can transform it in something positive, how we can transform all these challenges and difficulties in this relationship in power of gratitude and love. And the key is 4 phrases. And the first phrase is, I love you. So I invite you to draw a circle that represents this phrase, represents this vibration. I love you. And another is, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I take responsibility for that something went not as planned, something went not as everyone's wanted. And I take responsibility for this as well. So the third phrase is, please forgive me. And the fourth thank you. We completed with the energy of gratitude. Thank you for your lesson. Thank you for your understanding, for your willingness to be in my life and investing some energies in myself as well, so I can become better and I can become stronger and I can become wiser. So it's some lessons are very painful and we really like very harsh, but they are lessons and we accept them. So next step, we start creating those beautiful neuron connections in our brain, and we're drawing those neural lines to connect all energies, to connect all vibrations, and really allow ourselves to be, to create this physical neuron connections in our brain, in our perception to life, to make sure that we really integrated this feelings, and it's because we are not just capsulated in this relationship. There's so much is going on in our life outside this relationship, and we want to be connected to this life as well, and use these powers and lessons from what we have right now here, what we learned from this relationship, and express it in outside world, outside experiences and energies. So okay, so right now we have already so many lines and crossings, and as always is Neurographica. The next step is integrate, rounding all corners. We transforming all conflicts in a positive communication. So as I said before, the corners representing challenges and difficulties and arguments, and circles represent harmony. So we round each corner to make sure that our communication is very harmonious and very positive. So we start rounding and we keep repeating those phrases. You can sign them if you want to remember them. The first is, I love you. Second, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And you can repeat them as many times as you feel desired. We are not really looking for big emotional catharsis, like expressing the drama in those words. No, but we want to be filled and complete with those vibrations, with those meanings. Like we want to really experience them in your heart, in your body. So we want to be really find the gentleness in those phrases and true meanings, like try to experience them. Like if for any reason you still like, oh no, it's such a painful experience and this person was a really jerk, keep repeating them, like keep repeating, because at some point your own emotional background, like your emotional black hole will be completed, will be filled with this vibration of love and gratitude because you're saying it's not to another person. You're saying those words to yourself. You're saying it to the universe. You can say it to another person, but it still be, we're doing it not for person, we're doing it for yourself. We're doing it to heal your own life, your own perception of this life, and create it a positive change. What else is very important to understand, that when we're saying that I take responsibility for everything that happened to me, you instantly become step up from the role of victim, from victim consciousness, and you become a creator. Yes, you maybe created some mess, but if you created mess, you may create healing. You may create much more powerful things in your life. And it's very important, because like when we say like, oh, everybody is causing problems and pain in my life, there is no exit. It's a dead end. You really cannot do anything, because you're depending on everybody, and you everybody is causing so much distractions and in your life, and there is no power in yourself. You are a victim. It's you expecting that somebody will come and heal you, but I right now offering, okay, you have this magic wand that you can transform your life. It's maybe not easy, it's maybe not as fun as you expect, and not as fast, but there will be some dynamic, there will be some changes. Or you can just sit and wait for miracle happens, that most likely nothing can really change in your life. I wish you good luck, but it will be, may take a lifetime to wait, or maybe even several lifetimes. Okay. So I invite you, let's be creators. Let's be powerful. We have this divine powers inside of us that we really don't use it on our whole capacity. So and I keep repeating, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Don't rush to say those words, like try to feel them first, try to feel this powers that hidden in those words, like they very simple, very nothing, very short. There is no drama in those words, but it's the same. Simplicity is what makes everything beautiful. And they are so organic. There is no really artificial foreign in those words. And they sound very beautiful in any language. So if you, for example, I'm Russian, so for me, even more powerful if I pronounce those words in my native language, or the language that I was speaking before 6 years old. So like, which was really imprinted in me. And in Russian, they will be sounding like «Я люблю тебя, прости меня, пожалуйста, мне очень жаль, я благодарю тебя». So you can talk in any language. There is a Hooponopono song. You can use the song to meditate. And I really want you to talk it to yourself first, really to find this connection to your soul. Okay, so we keep rounding, we keep repeating those words in our own language. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And when you're drawing the circles, you can see which circle, which phrase really was the biggest, which phrase really felt the most important for you in this particular relationship, because in another relationship or in other situations, it could be different. So you can just notice some of these things. And maybe at some point you will feel that, okay, so I want to increase this particular phrase or this particular circle, or I want to make bigger myself or make bigger another participant in my in this drawing. Like, especially when we're working with our parents, look who is bigger in this in your perception. We are doing it very intuitively. So look, really, who is bigger? Who is more adult in this relationship? Do you feel like you have all this responsibilities, or is it your parents still be the biggest one in this relationship? So if you see that you are bigger, I highly recommend to try to increase the circle of your parent, because parents are bigger. Parents are they different level, they different responsibilities. We are not taking care of them, like we don't parenting them, they parent us. Even it sometimes it feels like, especially when it feels like you're parenting your parents. So give them this responsibility and you will have much more freedom and you will have much more space to love and gratitude. So, but you need to increase your parents' circle to make sure that it's much, not necessarily much bigger, but it's a little bit bigger than yours. Okay, I'm almost done with roundings. And you may add more lines at any point, because you can do it all lines at the same time, but for some people it's maybe overwhelming, so you can you may add lines as you go. You can add them gentler, and so it's not overwhelming. So it's still be powerful, but it's just gentler. Okay, and we keep repeating. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. See how your body reacts to those phrases. For some reason, I have a very interesting sensations in my throat. Something is really starts opening up. And if you want, if you'd like, you can add more. Like when we start feeling everything, our relationship with positive energies, what would you like to invite in your own life and life another person or another situation as resources, as a support, as energies that really may help them to move forward, and to feel this love and gratitude from other resources. So I really want to support my father with a relationship, his connection to his ancestry line. He has a very powerful family. Powerful not because like they are famous, no, they were very simple people, but there is a very strong connection, and the family for my father is very important. He's a Cancer, so he is family oriented. He's a family guy. So I want to give this huge support for him, this ancestry line that he can rely on, that he can receive this energy from. And you know, I actually want to make it stronger. I want to make it bolder. So I want it to be noticeable, to see how it's really strong. So I make this line even bolder. And again, I round those corners to make sure that there is no conflict between all participants in this relationship. Again, I'm doing it not for just for him. He is part of my world. He is part of my life. We all connected, and if he feels supported, I will feel supported. I will be able to rely on him, and because he is relying on his family, and this energy from his ancestry line to me will flow easy and very strong. So I do it again. I'm like, I don't want to sound like very selfish, but everything that you are doing is really doing for yourself, that you will benefit from it. So I'm inviting you to care about how you can heal yourself. Don't try to heal the whole world, because if you already damaged, there will be not enough energy to save the world. So save yourself, because you are very important member of this world. You like in body, if the world is a body and you are healthy cell, you would really the whole body will be operating as it should be. But if you are sick, if you are needing so much energy, and it will be poisonous for the whole body, the body will suffering. So I want you to take care of your needs so you can take care of the whole body. And for myself, I want to invite, for example, my mom as a support. My parents are married for 43 years. And I want her support. If your parents for any reason are separated and they have a difficult relationship, you can bring the support to your family. That they need right now. You can just name, okay, this is something that they need right now. It's not your chore, or it's not your goal to really fix the relationship, to make sure that they okay between themselves. Like it's not your concern. It's not your duty to fix the relationship between your parents. Like they adults and they can communicate themselves, even if, and we have to respect if they don't want to. Like don't try to force everybody be happy. Some of people has this different benefits, different excuses from blaming each other. So it's and I, even if it's not pleasant to be around fighting people, they are adults, and please respect free will of your parents. Don't try to be wiser, smarter, more powerful than they are. Whenever they decide to heal this relationship, they will do it with you or without it. So it's your choice is how you can find connection with each of them. And if you want to invite some support, like or pleasures in life, you can do it like small ones as well. So it's not necessary need to be a huge one. And again, so this circle that was here, I felt like this is this was phrase "I love you," and I want to increase it. I want to make it bigger. And again, it's created some corners, and we just round those corners. Notice how's your body reacting. Any sensations in your body. Okay. And we can repeat, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. Okay. Whew. You can do more circles if you want. So next step, as always in Neurographica, is step aside and look at bigger pictures. And we're doing it by connecting, by coloring several segments by the same color. And you can color separate elements like separate circles with the same color, or you can create these unusual shapes of colors and see how they really interacting. And when we connecting them, we really connecting, going through lines. Okay, so mine is a I hope this video will be a little bit shorter than all of my videos, which are sometimes very huge. So maybe not paying so much attention to details. We'll see. You never know. I'm following what is this feeling is created during this process, and it's really creates very beautiful color. And if you want, you can use a little bit darker color to make sure that there is some shading. Let's see if this one. This one. As always, I repeat that in Neurographica, the most important is what is going on inside of you. The drawing itself is just a representation of your inner processes. Like if it's, we are not really focusing on to make the drawing beautiful and colorful and like very detailed. It's a drawing is just a presentation. So what are you experiencing is the most important. And if you had a very powerful and very profound experience during drawing, and drawing is okay, but nothing else, again, the experience is much more important. We are doing it for experience, not for the drawing itself. And if, again, like if you created a very beautiful drawing, like a professional artist, and there is no discoveries, no really experiencing anything inside of you, it's just a drawing. There is no emotional charge in the drawing. So I invite you to see how the art can be your outlet, your channel of emotions, of your expressions. It's interesting. It looks like a stomach. Okay. Okay, what will be the next color? Again, like if you cannot choose or have a difficulties to choose any colors, you may always close your eyes and pick any color you want. It's really not about colors. It's about you expressing what is going on inside of you. You can, I have to say, like when I go to work with children in prison, we bring in like 3 colors for each of them. Like each of them has a bag with 3 pencils, randomly chosen. So they don't really choose colors. But every time there is a very clear messages in their drawings, because out of the 3, they always pick what is they like the most, what they don't like, and some of this pencil can be not used at all, or only one will be used. So, and it's always very clear message about for them. So I want you to make sure that like it's not about how many colors you use or which colors you use. It's about just expressing yourself. And interpretations are good. So but if you had experience during the drawing, very healing experience, it really doesn't matter what it means. Like which color has their own meanings, and it's so I highly encourage you to trust your intuition, to trust your process that is going on inside of you. Nobody will know better than you did what has happened during this drawing. And I, like at the beginning, I was so generous with interpretation, and now I feel like I've seen that people can see in their drawings much more interesting stories and much more interesting understanding. And I somehow can be limiting because I'm looking at a different point. And I did not really experience to see the whole process, how they were drawing, what was the experience when you were drawing this circle, what this meaning. So it's so much expressed in the drawing. Oh, it's interesting. It's really how this beautiful pink and blue integrated, feminine and masculine energies. And I want this green. You can, welcome to blend colors, welcome to make some shading, some gradient, whatever you feel is needed on your drawing, express it. Each of those qualities can be very unique and may represent some of your personal gifts or specifics of your personality. It's okay. We're all unique, and this is an opportunity really to see, just to see and experience, like, how does it look outside of me? How I believe so much that I'm not talented. Look, let's see, is it true? Right now we don't have any expectations from the drawing, and we just experimenting so everybody can do it. Can use I see some of my students use very beautiful watercolors, and it's so dynamic and life. There is so much movement and life in this watercolor. So I'm hopefully I will learn it at some point, but not yet. I'm not there yet. Okay. And I'm thinking what I want. What else do I want? And if you remember, we're still repeating these 4 phrases. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. So how we have I want some. Again, you can color just segments or some shapes with one color. I personally prefer to color some flow, so I feel this movement of energies. But it's your preferences what's really important. So do it how you feel. You don't need to color everything, so about 70% colored and 30 white is usually the best proportion. But some of these drawings, I can really color everything. I can really, it's really depends on the topic and the intensity I want to express. So, okay, so this is red one. And I want to move it here. When I start drawing, I really don't analyze my own drawings while I do, because I want to have this very clear message that my subconsciousness trying to tell me. And it's in most cases, I don't even analyze it even after, because for me, the experience during the drawing is much more important. I have so much insights and so much interesting that right now this connection between my father's ancestry line and my mom's is a very like a bloodstream. Like we see this oh, interesting. It's a very beautiful. I'm very cautious about using red color on my not cautious, but it's not very often I use red, but this is like really bloodstream. And it's really what's connecting the blood, my father's line, my father, myself, my mom, and the ancestry line that behind my mom. And I want to do something maybe unusual, but I want to invite some healing energies to my drawings. Really, I want invite some physical healing to for my father. Can I just bring in this golden color that it's my association, golden color with healing and healers. And I just activating and bringing this, and I even merging and blending it with this energies. Okay, and I can add more gold on any segment of this drawing. I really don't need to stay in some particular lines. I can blend these colors. And you do it as much as you want. There is no really need to color everything. So it's up to you how much you want to do. And the next step we are going to do is adding this field lines that we align ourselves and we align the situation and we align our relationship with higher energies, with more powerful energies. So, and we are going to draw this field lines. They can follow the lines that already existing on your drawing, or they can create completely new path. They can be very following in different directions sometimes. And of course, we created new corners and we round those corners. So it's a constant meditation and it's constant live presentation that we're inviting resources and it's make us some conflict that needs to be solved. But at the same time, it gives us support and it gives us the opportunity to grow. So if we try to avoid conflicts at this constantly, again, we don't say that, okay, I'm not take responsibility for anything, because conflict is not necessary that you have to demand something unreasonable for yourself. The conflict is when you say no to something that you say like, no, it's not okay for me. I have a different opinion. I have a different vision. I'm not agree with another person. I'm not agree with the system. I'm not agree with the government. It's because I want to follow my intuition. And it's if you're really guided by your inner powers, not just your ego, but what is really good for you, what is not, what do you really believe in it or not, this could be very powerful experiences. But again, try to recognize, like, is it really what you want, or is it just to put yourself in a position that I decide, nobody else, and it's really gives. I'm like, I don't care that it will cause so much pain to myself and anybody else, but I'm just not agree with anything. So if you are not in this position and you honestly believe that this is better for you, follow your intuition. And I keep adding some lines and I keep rounding them, just crossing. So okay, so I added 2 lines, and this is what really field lines that helps me to feel aligned with the universe, aligned with the higher powers, to be at the right place at the right time, to see bigger meaning and bigger purpose in my life, in my relationship with my father as well. And next step, what do you want to highlight. What do you want to remember? What is the most important in this work? It could be you, it could be any of the phrases, it could be another participant that is very important for you right now, or maybe something outside, some projects or some wishes that you activated. So for me, in this particular drawing, is the most important is phrase, I love you. And I want to make it bolder. Even I want to make some shading that it's really helps me to hold this, like bring this phrase forward. All four phrases are very important. But the phrase, I love you, I feel like I haven't said it enough. I said thank you, but not. And I use black just to bring it forward a little bit. You may use a different color to, or just a bolder line to make it more noticeable. So you can really highlight, like to make it noticeable. And I've noticed that in this particular phrase, in this particular circles, everything is, all these colors are integrated. There is red, there is pink, there is blue, there is green, there is golden. So all of it is, all these meanings are beautiful in this simple phrase. Maybe something else I want to do. Okay, so I invite you to see how's your relationship with this particular person, or with your relationship with the topic that you picked. Do we have anything changed? Do we have any progress, any shifts, any any discoveries for you? What can you take from this particular from this experience as an inspiration for you to move forward? Do you have any inspirations to move forward? So for me, the discovery is to be part of this beautiful blood flow that I discovered. And this is that it's going through me and it's going forward to my children as well. So that I'm just part of the blood flow, which in a good way, not on a dramatic, bloody experiences. So what else I want to do? I want to make it a little bit, maybe even a little bit more bolder. Okay, so that's my drawing about Hooponopono. And again, I invite you to repeat one more time these beautiful 4 phrases that really may change the world if we repeat them at least once a day. And it's I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And please join our Neurographica group. Please join, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and join our course that will start on July 3rd. And it will be 4 classes by 2 hours each, and we will give you much more background about and more understanding, basic understanding of Neurographica, what we are doing, why we are doing, and how we are doing. So happy Father's Day. Many wishes, health, and feel connected to your children, connected to your ancestors. And it's a very beautiful support for your family, and be supported by the family as well. So thank you very much. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.